Dhyanamulam Guru Murti Pujamulam Guru Padam Mantramulam Guru Vakyam Mokshamulam Guru Kripa अंडमंडलाकार है व्यापक विश्वमहान सो सद्गुरु का रूप है अनुभव में पहचान. Jai Sadgurudev. Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all in this special series of the online weekly satsang organized by Vihangam Yoga Singapore team. One of the greatest initiatives to share the knowledge from the survey, the knowledge of the spirituality, putting light on each and every particular topic to build our spiritual foundation very, very strong. And definitely, by attending this session, you might be able to understand how to start a journey within yourself. So please stay focused till the end. If you're the first time here, please visit our Facebook page, YouTube channel, because all of our previous session recordings are available there. They are very rich in content. If you can understand, please always like, share, subscribe with the friends and family members. Thank you. On behalf of a very dedicated and committed team of Vihangam Yoga Singapore, I am Om Prakash, your host today, extending our thanks to all of our regular attendees of the session, all the newcomers, and our team members and the family to grace this occasion. Now, let me bring you to the agenda of today's session. As you can see on the screen, the entire session will take about 1 hour to complete. First few minutes for the general introduction and welcome. At the beginning, there will be opening prayer, followed by the talk. And today's session is fully dedicated to the topic of the pilgrimage. Such a wonderful topic. It's a very interesting topic. We are going to learn a great learning for all of us. Some key messages from the survey from the master are also going to reveal. So please listen very carefully. The talk followed by question and answer. Any question related to the talk will be answered on the spot. However, if they need more explanation, that will be continued later on offline. So feel free to ask if you have any question. At the end, there will be closing prayer, thanksgiving to everyone. Now, let's get ready for a general introduction. For those who are not aware of Vihangam Yoga, allow me to introduce you. Vihangam Yoga is an international organization fall under category of the NGO, a pioneer in yoga and advanced meditation training, aiming at uplifting life, the human life in all aspects. The organization was established in 1924 by His Holiness Sadguru Sadafal Dev Ji Maharaj, who discovered this wonderful meditation technique after 17 years of strenuous meditation practice in a dense forest in Himalayas. Today, under the guidance of the Pradhan Sadguru, His Holiness Sri Swatantra Dev Ji Maharaj, Vihangam Yoga has reached around 50 countries and has transformed the life of more than 5 million disciples. Our international headquarters is situated on the bank of Holy River called Ganges in Allahabad in India. The organization registered at the Sadguru Sadafal Dev Vihangam Yoga Sansthan as a trust in India, also expanding its wings all over the world, and has become an active member of United Nations Economic and Social Council, UN ECOSOC. While in Singapore, Vihangam Yoga was officially launched in year 2018 on the April. Since then, many activities are ongoing, and now it has become a well-known brand in yoga and meditation in Singapore. I also like to introduce one of the unique and the largest center for meditation and to preserve the spirituality as it is for the longer period of time. The center is being constructed under the name of the Sarved Mahamandir, which is very close to the holy city of the Varanasi. About 20,000 people can sit together and do meditation at any point of the time. Please do visit whenever time permits to you. If you are the truth seeker, Surabhet Mahamandir is calling you. Later, we are going to share more details, so please stay tuned at the end. Now, let's get started the session. First, we're going to offer a welcome song, a small prayer for the world peace and prosperity. The prayer will display in the screen in Hindi and English. To offer a prayer on the holy feet of the Master and get blessing for the session, I would like to invite Mr. Srinivas Ji. Srinivas Ji, joining us from Singapore, has been associated with Vihangam Yoga for almost 5 years. A dynamic personality, a great mentor. You might have been heard him in many international forums as well, and always helping to the others. So let's join Srinivas Ji for Swadgan and Mangalgan.
जय सद्गुरुदेव स्वागत गान। स्वागत नित्य गुरु संत शुभागम आइए, अध्यात्म विद्या दिव्य ज्योति सोम रस बरसाइए। दुर्गुण दूर करके शुद्ध हंस बनाइए, वेद गम गति ज्ञान गर्जन शक्ति द्वार हटाइए। शब्द सागर भक्त जन अनभाइए, जन सदा पल विश्व शिक्षक शान आन बचाइए। नाम मंगल परम गुरु को ध्याइए, वर्ग द्वंद्व अशांति दूर कर भाव भेद मिटाइए। भौम समष्टि सत्ता अध्यात्म राज बनाइए, वेद गम गति देश भाषा भाव जग में ज्ञान पर दर्शाइए। रिद्धि सुख शांति धरातल स्वर्ग भूमि बनाइए, विश्व शिक्षक जन सदा फल नीति स्वर अपनाइए। जय सतगुरु।
Thank you, Srinivasi, for offering Swadgan and Mangalgan on a holy feet of the Master. And we have already started our session. So moving forward to the next activity, which is a talk, and I hope you all are waiting for it. As we already know, today's topic is pilgrimage, a very interesting topic. In our day-to-day life, we might have been listening from someone that some person has visited this place or planning to visit some places known as the pilgrimage. Some people not just visit there, some they trying to stay as long as they can. So, what is the significance of pilgrimage? Now, the question is there really I need to go to the place, or it could be some other entities, other things also act as a pilgrimage? So, what is the theory behind? We have a great speaker here, Subhash Chandra Ji, joining us from Singapore, going to put it his all the views on the pilgrimage topic. So let me introduce Subhaji as well. Since childhood, Subhaji associated with the practical knowledge of Vihangam Yoga. He is one of the busiest person, but still find the ways to promote the precious knowledge of the Sadguru, while also balancing his life and trying for the spiritual progress. Subhaji is a long-term practitioner of Vihangam meditation, and he's also authorized to initiate anyone for Vihangam meditation. It's a pleasure to be here with him. Subhaji for today's talk. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Omji. Jai Sadgurudev. बार बार वंदन करूं सदगुरुदेव हमार, यहाँ वहाँ सब ठाम में महिमा परम्पार। शरण शरण मैं शरण हूँ, हे गुरु बंदी छो, मोहि बारो हे गुरु, यह सो बारनी। आदि अंत और मध्य में शाश्वत जाको से, अमृत अंतर्यामी हो, नमो नमो मम देव। Salutation to the lotus feet of the Master, and my pranam to all the participants joining today. Thank you very much, Omji, once again for wonderful introduction, as well as taking this journey of satsang all together. And today, as we all just heard, our topic of discussion is pilgrimage. When we were trying to set out this particular topic, we were thinking, is this topic really relevant? Is this topic somewhere going towards religious activity, or really it is something which we should touch upon? I had a thought behind this, that no matter from which country we are, no matter from which part of the world we are, no matter from which type of background we come from, in each and every aspect, even if we don't believe in God, it's okay, no problem. But we definitely give value to some of the important places in our life. Those places, what we believe is probably full of energy, blessed, and it gives a very different kind of peaceful moment for anyone who goes to those places. And that's how we try to roam around the world, or probably near around places wherever we are. So in that respect, I was thinking that hardly there is anyone who actually have not done pilgrimage or has not gone to that place here and there, wherever it is. Maybe for a tourist, maybe for a person who is roaming around in the world in search of something, probably for him, pilgrimage is something different. He may define it in a very different way, but for those people who are basically on the path of spirituality, for them, the word pilgrimage is is slightly different, probably. So that's why I was thinking to pick up this particular topic, to just have some interaction, to understand what exactly is the meaning of pilgrimage. And as Omji very rightly mentioned, is it just linked with some place? Is it linked with some aura? Is it linked with some divinity around us? Is it linked with some specific power, supernatural power, or what exactly it is? Let's understand it in a much more better and interesting way. And that's why in this particular session, in this particular topic, which we are going to discuss more about pilgrimage, I'm sure today we will have a relatively better understanding what about pilgrimage is. So no matter which part of world we are talking about, be it India, be it Singapore, be it Australia, be it US, or any part of the world we talk about, I'm defining few terms, defining few places in a very, very efficient way. Most of the time, people go and travel to some unique places. How that uniqueness is defined? Uniqueness is defined in a way that something different available there. What is the meaning of different? Different means something which you have not experienced in past, wherever you have been, wherever you have gone in one place or another. If you find some other place which is more attractive to you, so that attraction can be on the basis of natural beauty, that attraction can be the culture, that attraction can be meeting various different type of people, or that attraction can be looking the peace within yourself. Everyone is roaming around, no matter whether sitting at the same place or going somewhere else. We are roaming around, finding the peace and happiness for ourselves throughout the life. And that's why some people travel from one place to another to some specific known places where they believe that if they reach, if they arrive to that place, they will have a very, very different type of experience from within, on the basis of their belief and on the basis of whatever they have heard or seen in somewhere today's internet world, or maybe some other person has gone there. Say, if I have to just pick up some of the examples, Himalayas have always been a place where there are so many various different types of divine places available, where people try to reach out to there to experience the divinity at those places. Similarly, in Middle East, there are many such kind of places available. In South India, places are available. Some people go to even different kind of temples. Some people go to mosques. Some people go to church to find something which is missing within themselves. Ultimately, they go to those places in search of the peace. The peace, which is a matter of the inside, what you have and what you don't. It is completely dependent on that. So let me quickly bring up some points related with pilgrimage. This word, it has a Sanskrit word as well, which is called tirth. Tirth. And the meaning of that is, if you just elaborate it in a much more elongated way, in terms of meaning, it is those kind of places. Tirth, pilgrimage, is pilgrimage place. These are those kind of places where if you go, you will actually feel the presence around you about the divinity, and probably it will elevate you to move towards the salvation. Tarayati iti tirtha, the one which elevates you from your current level to the next one, and that journey continues to elevate yourself further to a higher state to achieve the ultimate objective of the life. And that's how the word tirth has been defined. Pilgrimage has been defined that if you reach there, stay there, spend some time there, then the aura around that place is designed in such a way that you will feel the divinity within yourself, around yourself, and not just that, once you come back to your original place from where you reached out to that place, to that pilgrimage place, you will still feel that particular aura. So there are various different types of pilgrimage places available in this world, where definitely people, when they go there, take their effort, reach there, and then they are benefited from that aura available at that particular place. But let me bring your attention towards something specific. In Swarved, Swamiji has clearly defined the meaning of pilgrimage, the meaning of the place, the Tirth. What Swamiji mentioned, no matter which place we are talking about, universally, it has also been defined at different places. Tirth, or the pilgrimage place, is that place where three things, either of the three things have happened. Either. Number one is a yogi is born. So how we define a yogi? Yogi is defined as that person or that special soul who has gone through the complete process of yoga and established himself in that mode throughout the time. Now, again, to understand the meaning of yogi, we need to understand the meaning of yoga. What is the meaning of yoga? The one who has established yoga within himself and who has gone through the whole complete process of yoga is a yogi. Now, we need to understand what is yoga. So, yoga is a very simple term in terms of terminology, which means union. And everywhere, all scriptures have defined it in one way, and that is the union of the soul with the Supreme Soul. That whole process of that union is called yoga. So yogi is that person, is that soul who has elevated himself at the level of the consciousness and who has been able to connect his consciousness himself with that Supreme Soul and remain in that mode throughout the time. And that person, that experienced special soul, is called a yogi. So now coming back to the definition of pilgrimage, where Swamiji mentioned that one of the criteria to consider a place as pilgrimage is where a yogi has born or appeared. So any place, no matter what it is, where the yogi has appeared, the yogi has born, of course, he will be declared or he will be known as a yogi later on, but wherever he is born, that place is to be considered as pilgrimage, Tirth. That is number one criteria. Number two criteria is that particular place or those places where that yogi or any yogi has done the penance, who has put his rigorous effort on the path of his spirituality to connect his consciousness, the soul, to the Supreme Soul. Means when the process of yoga was going through, at that time point, during that process, the yogi would have been done penance at various different places for various different time. All those places where a yogi has put his effort to elevate himself and done the process of yoga, been in the state of samadhi for some time, that place is also considered as a pilgrimage, a tirth. And there is a third criteria, and that criteria is when a yogi, of course, yogi, it is all about yogi. When a yogi leaves his mortal body, when a yogi leaves his mortal body, he chooses a place where he leaves his mortal body on his own will. Predesigned, of course, but on his own will. Wherever a yogi in the state of samadhi leaves his mortal body, that place is also considered as tirth, the pilgrimage. So these are the three specific definitions for a place Swamiji has described and mentioned in the first canto, third chapter, where he was explaining or answering some of the questions from Atharva Ved, one of the scriptures, greatest scriptures in India out of 4. There he explained what is the meaning of a place called Tirth. Why? Let's understand carefully why these 3 types of places are considered as Tirth, pilgrimage. Yogi, the great souls, they do the process of yoga within themselves in such a way that it's not just their own body, not just their own soul, but the surroundings, the atoms and molecules around him also gets impacted because of his aura, his power. It's all about the transfer of the intermolecular divine force among the atoms from one to another. And that's why even if that yogi is today not there at that particular place where he was born or where he has done the penance or where he has left his mortal body, even if right now he is not available, but his aura, his divinity still flowing among the atoms and molecules and items, entities, objects available at that particular place. That's why when people like us or anyone, when they go there to that place, they feel the divinity within themselves on the basis of the atoms and molecules available along with those aura at that time, whenever it was, no matter when it was. But one of the interesting things we need to understand here also, it's all about the aura available at that place. The aura is available, but how receptive we are, what is our eligibility to experience those aura, those intermolecular force which are retained by those atoms and molecules since some time, whether we are able to experience that or not, it completely depends on every single individual's level of understanding, level of elevation, level of divinity within himself, and the level of practice he has done to elevate himself. Everything is available. Say, for example, there are so many saints available in this world. Swamiji is also available. Sadhguru is also available. In physical form, he is available. But when we meet him, when we hear him, various different type of people are meeting him, various different type of people are listening him. Does this mean that all of them have same impact on them of those words or that aura around what is being carried by Swamiji, all the blessings, what he's giving equally to everyone? Everyone is accepting or everyone is receiving or everyone is able to retain all of them equally? The way it comes to us, are we able to retain it, absorb it the way it has to be? It all depends on each and every individual person. Every individual person, because all of us, no matter who we are, at source, means at the level of soul, the conscious nature, which has 3 specific characteristics: iksha, jnana, prayatna, desire, knowledge, and effort. Based on this only a soul is defined. All of us, all the souls at the root are same. But because of our own karma, because of our own nature, nature means behavior, the thought process, and what we do in this world, on that basis, we all are different from each other. And that's how the eligibility is defined. We are talking about a yogi. We are talking about a place where yogi is born. We are talking about a place where yogi has done rigorous penance, a place where the yogi has left his mortal body on his own will. We are talking about those places. We are talking about the aura available, the atoms and molecules carrying those powerful attraction among themselves. We are talking about those places. How we are able to experience those if we have not elevated ourselves at the level of the consciousness? If we are not. And these atoms and molecules are not those atoms and molecules which we study in our curriculum, electron, neutron, proton, or plasma, and nucleus, and all those kind of things. No, it is much more subtler than that, where science has not yet reached. Swamiji has very clearly mentioned about the definition of atoms, molecules also in Swarved. Very clearly mentioned. And those atoms and molecules which we are talking about are different from the atoms and molecules which we know to be experienced and oh, चंदन जी, स्वामी जी का फोन आ रहा है, मैं थोड़ा सा बात करूंगा, उसके बाद बात कर पाऊंगा.
So thank you, Subhash Ji, for today's wonderful talk. We have been listening from you, and we have been so far what we understand that there could be a people, any part of the world, you can't find anyone who has not been visited that kind of place called pilgrimage. Not only for the spiritual context, but there may be on different aspects of the life as well. It could be to finding the place, to finding a tourist place, to finding the design, artwork of the ancient history, or it could be just to find some happiness. The places, if you go, you will find the presence around. It can elevate you to the next level of your life. This is simply define a pilgrimage. You can feel in your aura, you can feel the vibration around when you are there. But when you back also, it also can feel by someone else too. This is the beauty of the pilgrimage. So Vasi, you can continue.
Ji, sorry, Swamiji was calling, so maybe I'll talk to him after 1 hour again. That's what I got the instructions. Sorry for the interruption. So we are talking about the pilgrimage, right? So unless and until we experience the elevation of our level from one to another, unless and until we have that capability, unless and until we are eligible enough to experience that divinity available in those atoms and molecules, which are different from the prakritic atoms and molecules, we will not be able to experience in a complete way the aura available at those pilgrimage places. We will not be able to. And that's why whenever we go to various different types of places as going to pilgrimage, all of us definitely feel those places very divine. But how many of us are able to retain that, and to what extent is a question mark depending on each and every single person, what level it is. And that's why Swamiji has mentioned in the same couplet, in the first canto, third chapter, I think couplet number 24 it is, where Swamiji has mentioned that in terms of defining pilgrimage with these three ways, where yogi has born, or yogi has done penance, or where the yogi has left his mortal body, either of these three places, for an individual person, Swamiji mentioned that actually Tirth or the pilgrimage have 5 different stages. 5 different stages. And these stages are on the basis of the elevation of every single individual. So like right now we were talking about who has been able to experience the divinity available at that place where a yogi was born, a yogi has done penance, a yogi has left his mortal body. So that is the speciality of that place. But that for us as an individual will be defined in a complete way on the basis of what level I have, what level we have. And that level is defined in 5 ways. What Swamiji has mentioned, that there are 5 things, or there are 5 places within this body to elevate ourselves, and those 5 places are also called Panch Bhumiya. Tirth ke Panch Bhumiya. 5 levels of every individual to experience that pilgrimage impact. What are those 5 things? Number 1, all these 5 places are actually defined very clearly. Although Swamiji has mentioned that one should go to the master, one should go to the Sadguru, one should go to the Brahmanist Sadguru to learn about those 5 places, where all those 5 places exist within our body, and how we go through that particular process. What is the process? Process is to purify our 5 entities which is within this body. Number 1, the sense organs. Means there is a process to purify our sense organs, and it is to reach to one specific place within this body. Our consciousness has to reach out to that place, then only that those sense organs will be purified. So what Swamiji mentioned, that once we are able to purify our sense organs, then we have elevated ourselves one level up. Second one is purifying the mind. Third one is purifying the pranas, the vital air forces in this body. There are 5 main vital air forces, and there are 5 subordinate vital air forces. We have to purify it. We have to dissolve, we have to purify all of these to its origin, from where it has started. And the fourth one is purification of the surati. Surati is the ray of the consciousness of the soul. That is surati. We have to purify this. I'll try to explain each one of these one by one. And the 5th place, the 5th entity is the soul itself. Purification of the soul. All of these purification has been linked with one or another process to be completed. And once we are able to complete ourselves, for those purifications, we are elevating ourselves from one level to another. And there is place, point, based on which you elevate yourself. And those points, the purified points, are called the Tirth. So I'm coming back to what Omji mentioned. Does this mean that when we have to do pilgrimage, we actually have to go to one specific place, or there is something else based on which we still can perform the activities of the pilgrimage? So here it is. One is outside place, where we go, we feel the divinity, we feel the impacts of atoms and molecules based on those 3 criteria, where a yogi was born, where he has done the penance, and where he has left his mortal body on his own will in the state of samadhi. That is one. But there is another process, and that process is the purification of ourselves. And there are 5 different stages for that. Purifying our sense organs. We have 5 sense organs, main, doing sense organs, and 5, those sense organs based on which we sense something, like eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. And similarly, we have doing organs as well, doing sense organs. We need to purify it. There is a process for that. How to purify our sense organs. What is the meaning? Purifying? Say my eyes are there. Whatever is available in front of me, I can see. Absolutely. But when I'm seeing something, there may be something which I don't have to see, which is not meant for me to see, which is not considered as good thing to be seen. Then how do I filter? There has to have a mechanism to be known. And that's what is knowledge. Swamiji has mentioned in Swarved, the Brahma Vidya is having 2 aspects. One, knowing the elements and items from outside. Tattva Gyan, which entity exists, in which way we need to know, understand, imbibe as well, even at the level of intellectuality. And there is another aspect, experiencing all those atoms and molecules, all those entities within ourselves and outside at the level of the consciousness. So when we talk about sense organs, we need to purify it. Unless and until, say, for example, we are going to one particular pilgrimage, say Kedarnath, Badrinath, or you can say Golden Temple, or we can say in one of the great temple, or even we go to Swarved Mahamandir Dham, or we go to Balia, where Swamiji was born. Whichever place we go, if I'm not purified, if I'm not pure, the first level comes at the level of the sense organs. If my sense organs are not purified, even if I am at that place, I'll not be able to experience the way it has to be experienced by me. I'll not be able to. My sense organs, the very first thing comes the eyes and the ears, what I'm saying, what I'm touching, and what I'm smelling. All these must be purified. Purifying the sense organs, and once we reach out to one specific level, that level is first tirth, first pilgrimage. Second one is the mind. In this world, whatever we are performing, actually in a way, it's all about mind. Because mind is connected with the sense organs, and the same mind is connected with the soul as well. But that connectivity between mind and the soul, the connectivity is very, very weak. That's why mind is functioning on its own basis with these sense organs, and whichever way the mind wants, the sense organs are performing, and that's how we are performing on that basis. The mind needs to be purified, and that's why we do Vihangam meditation, to have a control over mind in the first stage, and then in the second stage we try to purify it, and then in the third stage we dissolve mind to its origin. Akshara Brahm, the mind and the pranas, both come inside our body from the Akshara Brahm, from Akshara Mandal. We have to, unless and until we dissolve the mind to its origin, it cannot be purified. So that means purifying the mind means it has to be dissolved to its origin. Once we are able to do that, we have elevated ourselves to the next level, and that will be the second tirth, second pilgrimage for us. Third one, Swamiji mentioned about the pranas. 5 pranas, 5 vital air forces. One is breathing. We are doing in and out, without being cautious about it. We don't care what type of breathing we are having. Similarly, there are other vital air forces available inside this body. We don't care about them at all. How the blood circulation is happening. Recently, we did a blood donation camp on the occasion of birthday of Sant Pravar Shri Vigyan Dev Ji Maharaj in Singapore, not just whole, globally, everywhere. We have donated blood, but have you ever thought pumping is happening here at the heart? But just pumping is not enough. How the whole blood is being carried through in this body, each and every veins, how it happens. It's one of the specific prana, one of the specific vital force which has been given by the creator inside this body, based on which that blood circulation happens. If there's any problem in that blood circulation, if there's any problem in that vital air force, that specific vital air force, then there will be problem in the blood pressure. And there will be problem in blood also. So we need to purify the pranas, based on which this whole body is functioning. We are able to move. We are able to talk. We are able to eat and digest. All these things are based on those 5 vital air forces and 5 subordinate vital air forces. We need to purify them. Once we purify them, we are able to, we have elevated ourselves one more stage, and where we reach, that place is the... Sorry.
So thank you, Swazi, for putting light on this pilgrimage topic. As we all understand so far, there are the 3 things which we call the pilgrimage in physical world. Number 1, where the yogi has born or have been appeared. And second one, the yogi has done the rigorous efforts to come out to connect with the Supreme Soul in a way of the sadhana, in a way of the meditation, and might have taken the samadhi as well. And the third thing we call is a pilgrimage as the meditation person or the masters. Those have lived the mortal world on that particular place and they have chosen by their own that place. These are the few qualities of the pilgrimage, or we call as the pilgrimage these kind of places. So what happens is when anybody goes that area, they can feel the vibration. Now the question is how eligible you are to feel this divinity. We also need to work upon us. As Swaji has mentioned, that we need to purify ourselves, our sense organs, our acting organs, our mind. They will help us to connect, to feel that kind of vibration. You might have heard, तीरथ गए ते एक फल, संत मिले फल चार, सदगुरु मिले अनेक फल, कहें कबीर विचार. We must be ready, we must be eligible to receive the vibration. So let's wait for Subhaji. If anybody wanted to share anything, you can please unmute yourself.
Jai Sri Sadgurudev. Swamiji has written in the Swarved, Bahar Bahar ढूंढते अंतर की शुद्धि नाही, जब तक सदगुरु मिले नहीं, भटकत जग में माही. We move any place, any, until like Subhash has mentioned, we purify ourselves. And a very important thing, we find the Sadguru, real Sadguru, and surrender to the master. Sadguru Durlabh Sadguru मिलन है, उठो जागो धाय, सदगुरु खोजो शरण लो, दाव चूक नहीं पाए. So this is very important to find the pure, real Sadguru who can take to our journey, inside journey, the 5 stages, and how we surrender to the master, we do the seva, satsang or sadhana and achieve the ultimate goal of our life, that is the union of our pure soul with the Supreme Soul. And this is the basic, this is the pilgrimage. Once we meet, then there will be no birth and rebirth. That's all only from my side. Jai Sri Sadgurudev.
Thank you, Pudaji, for putting some light on this topic. And of course, now let's move forward to the Santi part. I'd like to invite Pranav-ji, and he's still in his primary education and very much associated with the Vihangam Yoga activities. So let's join Pranav-ji for Santi part.
जय सद्गुरुदेव. शांति पाठ. हे प्रभु शांति स्वरूप हो, शांति शांति मैं शांति, शांति शांति जन शांति हो, पूर्ण शांति मैं शांति. हे प्रभु शांति प्रदान कर, दूर हो सर्व अशांति, देव सदा फल शांति मैं, शांति शांति सुख शांति, शांति शांति सुख शांति. Thank you, Jai Sadguru.
Thank you, Pranav-ji, for offering the Santi part on the holy feet of the master, and thank you for your dedication. And it was a nice, successful session. All participants get ready on a short span of the time. Thank you, Srinivas-ji, for always being with us and taking lead on our online and offline activities. Thank you, Subhash-ji, for guiding us all the way. And it is a wonderful delivery. And today we learn a lot on this particular topic. And we are ready to listen many other things as well. Thank you, Padaji, for putting light on the topic, and we have been always listening you as well. Thank you, Pranavji, for taking lead on this, taking part on this activity on this particular is really motivating to all of us. Thank you, Chandanji, for organizing satsang and providing all kind of things on the time. And we are at the end of the session. If anybody has any question, wanted to share something, please unmute yourself.
So, Jai Gurudev Omji, Jai Gurudev everybody. We wanted to make some announcements. We have couple of activities planned in month of November and December, and we wanted to share with everybody. We'll be organizing our walking yoga and meditation session in one of the weekends in the month of November, either on 18th or 19th or maybe 25th of November. So we have still not decided the date, and once date is decided, we'll announce, inform everybody. And the other big announcement which we have, the 100th year annual function celebration of Vihangam Yoga at Varanasi in India is going to happen on 17th and 18th of December 2023, where we are going to have 25,000 Kundiye Yajna. So we request everybody to attend this divine moment where around 5 lakhs plus people are expected to join us. So date is 17th and 18th December, and the place is Swarved Mahamandir, Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh, India, where we'll be celebrating 100th annual function of Vihangam Yoga. Some of our regular weekly, daily, weekly, quarterly events which we have been doing, you can see on our screen. We are practicing 4 times of meditation every day, 2 times in morning, 2 times in the evening. And the timing is 6 a.m., 7 a.m. in the morning, 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. in the evening. We are also reading 2 and 4 couplets of Swarved in morning and evening session, and we are also translating them in English so that everybody can understand. We are doing our weekly rejuvenation session every Sunday, 11 a.m. Online, where we are taking spiritual topics from Swarved, and we are having a discussion just like you heard today, Subhash Ji. We have quarterly events, Swarved Akhand Path, Sankat Mochan. We are reading on quarterly basis. We are also having our meet, greet, meditate and share session almost every quarter. And recently in the month of October, we completed our 5th MGMS event very successfully, and we thank everybody for all the support. We are also doing kids meditation, in-person kids meditation session every month, depending on place availability. And we are also having online kids meditation session every Sunday, 9 a.m. for 30 minutes, where kids are participating and they are having fun-based kids meditation. Recently, we had completed blood donation in the month of October on the birth anniversary of Sant Pravar Vigyan Dev Ji Maharaj. This is our yearly event, and it has been going from last 3 years. And this year we had a huge number of participation, and we thank everybody for supporting us in this noble cause, where our motto was donate blood, save life. For any kind of information, Vihangam Yoga Singapore is reachable at www.vihangamsg.com. Our email ID vysingapore@gmail.com is also available. We are available on WhatsApp, Facebook. Please visit our social media pages, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. We are available in all the platforms to answer your queries. Please reach out to us if you need anything, if you need any topic to be discussed in these kind of sessions. Thank you. Back to you, Omji.
Thank you, Chandanji, for giving all the detail of the upcoming events planned. And I will request everyone, please plan to visit this Swarved Mahamandir during this December, the grand event. Swarved Mahamandir is calling to you. For those who are listening right now or those going to listen later on the recorded version, please put some effort. And Last but not the least, as we always emphasize, to keep a survey with you, read quick prayer before you start meditation, to feel energy, to upgrade yourself, to uplift yourself during the meditation. If anybody has question, kindly unmute yourself, and we are at the end of the session. Thank you everyone for your participation. See you in the next session. Till the time, take care, stay happy, healthy, and bye-bye. Jai Sadgurudev.